Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's start today's top major defense news. BrahMos air-launched cruise missile gets fleet release clearance. South Korea urges India to conclude a deal for K-30 Biho anti-aircraft system. ISRO prepares to launch Brazil's Amazonia 1 satellite aboard PSLV in August this year. India will be Atmanirbhar in missile system in 4 years. Advantage: India S-400 could detect F-16s at long range. Japan targets 2031 for production of its fifth generation fighter jet. BrahMos, a joint venture between India's DRDO and Russian NPO, Mashinostroyenia, reached another milestone when its air-launched version was given fleet release clearance (FRC) by the Center for Military Airworthiness and Certification on 10 June 2020 through video conferencing. The conference was attended by members from DRDO, BrahMos Aerospace Aircraft and System Testing Establishment, Software Development Institute, SDI, IF headquarters and Semilec. This also led to operationalization of the weapon on Su-30 MKI of Indian Air Force, a weapon capable of annihilating high-value land and sea-based enemy targets from longer ranges and safer distance. On 20 January 2020, Air Force formally inducted squadron of Su-30 MKI equipped with BrahMos supersonic cruise missile designed as a modified variant of its original anti-ship configuration. BrahMos air-launched combat missile ALCM featuring a light propulsion system, improved nose cone and enhanced aerodynamic structure has become the heaviest and most powerful weapon on board the frontline super maneuverable Su-30 MKI. South Korea urges India to conclude the deal for K-30 Biho anti-aircraft system. Union Defense Minister Rajnath Singh recently spoke to Jeong Kyung-do, Minister of National Defense, Republic of Korea, over phone yesterday. During the conversation, the ministers reviewed the progress on various bilateral defense cooperation initiatives and expressed commitment to further promote defense cooperation engagements between the two armed forces. Asked Rajnath Singh to conclude the deal for the South Korean-made K-30 Biho anti-aircraft system, which Indian Army had selected in 2018. Contract has been stuck after Russia filed objection and claimed the Indian Army did not properly test its weapon system and showed favoritism towards the South Korean anti-aircraft system. Hence requested to restart the bidding process. According to media reports, two separate systems offered by Russia included upgraded Tunguska M1 and Lancer missile system, which both failed test with the most critical mobility trials where they could not perform as per the requirements. The self-propelled air defense gun missile system. The army wanted to procure 104 K-30 Biho system, 97 ammunition, 39 command vehicles, 4,928 missile and 17,260 rounds of ammunition, bringing the contract of total value 2.5 billion. But due to several objections and complaints by the Russian side, India is yet to move towards the stage of price negotiation. Since Ministry's internal monitoring committee is yet to fill its finding report, Russia is seeking another chance for field trial through its system meet all technical requirements. The selection of K-30 Biho was the second major win for a South Korean company in India after procurement of the K9 Vajra self-artillery system. ISRO is gearing up to lift off Brazil Amazonia 1 satellite next month on board the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV. As per a report in the Financial Express, Amazonia 1 will be the first satellite for Earth observation that is designed, assembled and tested in Brazil. The launch of the Brazilian satellite is confirmed, but there is not clarity on a date for the planned launch. The report quoted a top diplomat as saying that it all depends on the ISRO as to when it is planning to blast off the satellite. The image provided by the Amazonia 1 will help in observing and monitoring the deforestation of the Amazon region. The report adds the satellite has gained special importance in the wake of recent fires in the Amazon. The Amazonia 1's launch is among the 36 space and satellite missions ISRO has planned over the next 2 years. According to a central government report in March this year, this will include milestone missions Chandrayaan-3, a moon lander mission, and uncrewed mission for Gaganyaan, India's maiden human spaceflight mission planned for 2021-22. The government had announced reforms in defense production as part of the Rs 20 lakh crore stimulus package announced to revive a pandemic-shuttered economy. The government additionally unveiled a slew of measures for the defense sector. In the Atmanirbhar Bharat package, the management of Bharat Dynamics, India's only missile manufacturing company that makes the surface-to-air missile, anti-tank guided missiles, torpedoes and underwater weapons among systems to understand the defense manufacturing opportunity for the country and plans to make India defense sector Atmanirbhar. Commodore Siddharth Mishra, retired CMD Bharat Dynamics Limited, the government efforts for policy changes within the defense sector. The government has been providing major support, he said. Mishra mentioned that in missile systems, India shall be Atmanirbhar in 4 years. He mentioned that the Defense Ministry has approved Astra missile for exports. We have been working on global reach, and for underwater weapon we are eyeing export opportunities for Akash missile system. We plan to use the Foreign Office for export to various countries. We have signed an MOU with Russia for strategic path. India's S-400 could detect F-16 as at long range. Turkey tested Russian-made S-400 air defense system on US-made F-16 fighter jets. A source close to the Turkish defense industry told Russian media agency TASS on CNN network reported that various aircraft including F-16 fighter jets were scrambled near Ankara to test S-400. The Turkish military tested the communication between the air defense system and the aircraft during those exercises. Turkish Air Force F-16 and F-4 fighter jets carried out low-level and high-altitude flying to testing S-400 system back then to check if the missile system could be tracked and searched in long range, and both 91 and 6E surveillance and acquisition radar and the 96L6E air search and acquisition radar, with working in tandem, was able to detect F-16 as at long range, with missile getting firing clearance soon. This should ring alarm bells in the Islamabad, which counts on its American-built 70-odd F-16s to provide it air superiority against Indian Air Force in the region. In case of full-fledged war takes place between both countries, the S-400 can engage targets at a distance of 400 km and altitude of up to 30 km, and can track an aerial tanker or AWACS size platform at a range of 600 km and fighter targets at 400 km. Indian defense analysts have been claiming that long-range radars, which comes with S-400 theater air defense system, will ensure that all PF jets once airborne from their respected air bases will be picked up the radars of the S-400 due to close proximity of the all forward air bases of the PF in its eastern sector, and can S-400 will be able to engage up to 36 targets at a time, simultaneously launch 72 missiles. Japan targets 2031 for production of 5th generation fighter jet. Japan has created a timeline for development and fielding of its locally made next generation fighter jet, with serial production set to start at the beginning of the next decade. The Japanese Ministry of Defense presented the draft development plan for the fighter program to a group of lawmakers from the ruling Liberal Democratic Party on Tuesday, which showed that full-scale production is due to begin in 2031. The ministry added that prime contractor for the program will be selected by early next year, although it could happen as soon as October 2020. This is to allow for the basic design for the airframe and engine to be launched before the end of the current Japanese fiscal year, which ends March 31, 2021. The next step would be the production of the first fighter prototype, which is planned to begin in 2024, which flight test earmarked to start in 2028 following finalization of the design and product plans. The new fighter is slated to replace about 90s Mitsubishi Heavy Industries F2 fighters, which are due to be phased out in the mid-2030s as its replacement to be formally inducted into service in 2035. Japan previously said the new fighter will be stealthy and interoperable with the US military. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Jai Hind.